Hello, thank you. Wait, actually, let me have a button for that. Sorry, thank you. Yeah, I was distracted by the chat situation and I forgot to mute myself. Thank you. Thank you guys for letting me know. But yeah, sorry for the delay. I was like all ready to start and I realized chat was not working. And I thought it was on my end, but then I went, hey Mango Tango, went to look around a bit for what the issue was. And apparently it's just a YouTube update. Like YouTube changed like some security thingies on their end, so it just broke CSS for for everyone. So I can't have custom YouTube chats. Autotune? What? We'll later throwing everything. Wait. It's me, Funtime, and welcome to Gears Frontline. Hey, Funtime Freddy. But yeah, so we'll just have to do with the black square for now. There's nothing I can do because there are no CSS on its own, like it's not working. So no custom chats, no custom YouTube chats. No custom YouTube chats for anyone. Like I was gonna look for a basic one in the meantime, but I was like, wait, no, it's just CSS as a whole that is not working. So like, ain't nothing I can do. I can maybe try to put some filters now that I think about it. Try to make it transparent at the very least. Filters. Can I get rid of the black? Or it will just delete everything. Okay, looks like it works. It will be a bit blurry, but but at least it's transparent. Woo! Which is what we want. Oh, I don't mind the heart, but if it bothers you guys, I'll hide it. I don't really mind reactions though. I like seeing when people send them. It's cute. I think it's very cute. I will hide moderation activity though. I don't need you guys to see that. Are you ready for Mika's Ride? That is chapter 15. Hey, Seiya. No, I am not ready. Also, Seiya, how come you were in New York? What the fuck? But yeah, I also was gonna say I had so many things to say, and then chat broke. Like, God damn it, YouTube. Magic New York. I'm like, I was so shocked when you put out that tweet. And I love how everyone's reaction pretty much was like, wait, what? You were where? The rats there are more scary than the cockroaches here. Luckily enough, maybe I was just too distracted. When I went to New York, I didn't see any rats. But again, maybe I was just too distracted. Only got an hour's sleep because now at work. Because I was finishing the event. Now remember to get proper sleep. But yeah, I was gonna say before chat breaking completely distracted me. This is gonna be a shorter stream than usual. You know, how usually I go for like 4-5 hours. Now I'm gonna go for like only 2 or 3 max. At the very max. But probably just around 2. Because I still have stuff to clean up from yesterday. For those that missed out on the yesterday lore. We have big rain. Big rain coming on from like one of the hurricane thingies from the States came up. Hit us with a very strong rain. Yeah, it did rain. So you know, I was supposed to have a stream last night, so we were just like sitting down with my sister. You know, we made some hot chocolate and we were just chilling before I had to start a stream. And suddenly I start hearing, you know, it was raining outside like super strongly, and suddenly I hear like glorging noises, and then I get hit with like a very rancid smell, and I was like, oh no. I have a bad feeling about this. So at one point, like I ignored it for like 15, for like, I don't know, for me for like a minute or 2. But after that, I'm like, no. And then I so stand up and I go to the bathroom and I see water stuck on the bathtub. And I was like, oh no. And it was kind of brownish, you know, and it smelled bad. So I was like, oh no, the water is returning. It's like, you know, I don't know how it's called, like, you know, it because it flooded, so it kind of came back up. Sea-Watch backup, yeah. It's Stinky Friday, truly. So it's like, oh, an hour. But it didn't look so bad at the start, you know. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put a mark on it, you know, and we can. I put some tape to see, you know, to see if it was rising or not. And I'm like, okay, let's come back and check it in a few minutes. And like, you know, a few minutes gone by, and we went back and checked it. I'm like, okay, it is rising. And at one point, I opened the toilet, and also like what the toilet was also about to, you know, it was like almost at its limit of water, and I was like, oh no. Overflow, yeah. I'll say that Mika poking me and asking me, you want to do something funny made that trip to the UN happen. I imagine it was something like that, because I was like, how the fuck did he get there so quickly? But damn, that's nice. That's crazy also. What is the funny? But yeah, I was like, oh, an hour. So I was like, that's why I would put up my iconic tweet of like, stream cancel, guys. My bathroom is flooding. So I went to buy something, you know, water pumps were out. I ended up buying like a water vacuum and some buckets. And of course, I tried calling, you know, it's my first time this happens to me. So like I tried calling the plumber, and they were like, It was so funny also because one of them, I called like 2 places before being like, okay, yeah, there's nothing they can do. Like, one of them literally just straight up told me like, nobody can help you. I'm like, okay. There's nothing to do. You wanna go help spread the word of love and hope. Let's go! God is dead, good luck, pretty much. It was so funny though. I was like, because he was like, sorry ma'am, like no one can help you. There's no one that can help you. You're on your own. Oh yeah, that's insane that you got invited. So yeah, that's so. It is a very funny, and it's also just extra funny by the fact that you didn't say anything until after. Mouse kill issue. Yeah, so like I went out and my sister was on emptying duty. We have a window on the bathroom, so we were just like, okay, just put the water out there. There's no one outside anyway. Oh, you couldn't say anything. Okay, but anyway, either way, that also made it extra funny. I imagine it was hard though, like all the papers you need to travel. It's like a pain in the ass. But lucky you. Lucky you. But yeah, so yeah, I went to a place because I went to a Canadian Tire and they were like, oh, I need something to drain my tub, and the guy was like, no, we're out, we're all sold out, there's nothing left. And I'm like, okay, so I dropped to a Home Depot, and also they were like, we're out, we have nothing to rent, nothing to sell. And then I saw people, carrying these water, like wet dry vacuums are called, and I was like, okay, sorry sir, I asked someone at Home Depot, like, what are those for exactly? Can I like vacuum water with them? And they were like, yeah. So I got one of those and I drove back. By the way, I drove back, everything had calmed down and my sister was like dead tired. But yeah, things calmed down, but my tub was not draining. So I was like, okay, I guess maybe it'll just take longer than the toilet, so I'll just let it there. Hopefully it'll drain overnight. It didn't drain. I guess with the backup, something got stuck. I managed to unclog it now with the unclog thingy, the thing that you usually use on the bathroom. I use it on the shower. I use it on the bathtub. And it drained, yay! But, it has a very nice line of brown, so I need to go buy some cleaning supplies later and clean it, because my sister will need to shower when she gets out of work. The plunger, yeah. So yeah, that's why TLDR, that's why I need to clean the bathtub. Like, I need to sanitize that bullshit. So yeah, stream will be a bit shorter, so I can go to the store, get some things, and clean before I need to go get my sister. Clean and shower at the same time. Yes. Put your feet directly onto that, to the brown residues left in the tub. When a stinky Saturday is mandatory. Good thing my sister showered before. Like, she showered probably like 30 minutes or like an hour before this thing went down. Spray the cleaner, let it soak in, and work on a scrub and clean it, then shower after. Win-win. Yeah, no, that's what I'll do probably. But I said I just want to have it clean for her because she did mostly all the hard work yesterday since I left to buy things, you know, in hopes of finding a water pump. And she was the one taking buckets of water out the window for like an hour. So, you know, I was like, I'll clean. I'll clean, you rest. Did the dirty water fall into your flooring? Not much. The toilet overflowed a bit on the floor, but mostly in the bathroom. We still clean it. Like I used with like a wiper with like cleaning thingies, cleaning liquid. But surprisingly enough, the water coming out of the toilet was not as dirty as the one coming out of the shower, of the bathtub. But yeah, luckily, all things considered, we were like, okay, at least it was contained to the bathroom. It didn't escape. At one point I got scared because the kitchen sink was also doing glorging noises, but like nothing came out of it. It was just the bathroom. It was everything contained in the bathroom. And the bathroom is like in a far corner, so... No, my kitchen sink is higher than my tub. The thing is, like, this happens also, I guess, because I am on a basement level thing, so... You know. Bathroom flood discussion. Yeah, no, that's just explaining why I'll go for a bit shorter. But I wanted to at least start the story, you know? I wanted to at least begin the story, and then we'll continue tomorrow. No, I cannot. I'm just starting. It's just, we were a bit late because the chat was having issues, and now I was just explaining all my situation from yesterday. Basically to say I need to still do some cleanup, so this will be a shorter stream. But I didn't want to cancel straight up because I want to at least start. I'm so hyped for this event. But yeah, basically those are the two TLDRs for mouth tracking is a bit off. Oh no, it's because I'm looking to the side sometimes and I cover my mouth with the microphone because I have the microphone. I have the microphone right here, so the camera kind of covers it. I mean, the microphone kind of covers it from the camera, I mean. I was waiting all week for this. Yeah, I was so hyped. I was like, okay, I want to start it at the very least, even if I only managed to read like 3 story notes. But I want to be there. For a moment, I thought I was gonna cancel because, you know, the thing wasn't the tub wasn't draining, and I was like, oh no, I'll have to drain it manually and then probably clean or something. But no, I managed to drain. So well, okay, I'll just start and finish early so I can go buy things and just clean the bathtub. I also need to change bed sheets because my sister had COVID. So like her bed sheets, she's feeling better now, but her bed sheets are full of her COVID sweat from the week. So she was like, we need to change bed sheets. And I'm like, okay, sure. I'll do it, don't worry. So yeah, I was gonna say the 2 TLDRs for this stream are first, the chat is gonna be weird because YouTube updated their bullshit and CSS is not working, so we're just using the default YouTube chat with transparent background. Thank you, OBS filters. So it's gonna be weird until they fix that. And second, yeah, shorter stream because I need to go buy cleaning supplies and clean the bathtub. So yeah, with all that said, let me log in into the game. Because since it'll probably make me log in. Sunburn ID. Work. Okay, there we go. My password. That was not my password. Okay. I have the same password for my gacha game, but you know, written differently sometimes. So like sometimes I forget. I'm like, do I have like this thing here, or was that on the other game? $30 late. Don't worry, Senpai, you're just in time because I am just jumping onto the game now. You just missed the yapping. Let me grab my things. Whoa! The stinky lore. Thank you for every gacha game. Sounds completely valid, to be honest. You missed the best part. Who cares about Gears Frontline lore? I'm here. I'm here for Fox yapping. We are not the same. Okay. Just grabbing my daily thingies. Okay. More bingo. What do you mean a repeat number, Kalina? Okay. All good, all good. I also absolutely forgot about the anchor thing. I mean, not really. I ran out of resources. But I wanted to at least do the handgun one to get the Maggie since I don't have her yet. And I thought that was gonna be still up, but I think I misremembered the date because it is not up anymore. Okay. Train these ladies. Oh, I don't have enough data. Well, that's something that I have not experienced in a while. What do you mean repeat number again, Kalina? Alright, let me just jump into the game so you guys see what I'm doing. There we go. Kalina really being rude, truly. Let me... I have this too high also. My desk. Calibrate this again. What was I doing? Gonna remove some things. Lose the glasses. There we go. Carrie's wife, truly. Can I streamlock the new rate up gacha? I probably can't. But we shall make an attempt. I need intermediate training data. Yes, give it to me. Did I just get a 5-star focus chip? Oh, I still have time to wait. I got lucky. I got both units. So now I'm like, maybe I guess I'll try to see if I can get some Cerberus copies. The new girls are shotguns, right? I remember they were shotguns. These two. Stevens. Do I have resources? Well, that's that. And there go my resources. Whoa! Now that people are looking, you give me new numbers. I see how it is. My resources got depleted for no reason. Yeah. I wonder what happened. All right. But yes, we are here. Oh, there's a corrupted core mask. Let's go. We are here reunited today for this that I'm covering with my head. The Summer Garden of Forking Paths. Let me get out of the way for a moment. Here, there, the Summer Garden of Forking Paths. What flavor of love and or hope is this? Yes. We shall see. Good morning. Hey son, how was work? Are you ready for lore bombs and connecting dots? Am I? PV time? I should show the PV. But yeah, let me... I wish Mika will show the PVs. Oh wait, they do now! They show PVs now. Gacha game of the year. To Cyril Amond. Oh, I didn't get to read. Holy shit, that is a background. Well, yeah, I hope that was clear for everyone, right? I will highly recommend finishing reverse collapse to have full context. We'll have to wait for that. But yeah, that is a background of all time. But yeah, we'll have to put a pin on that on finishing reverse collapse. Why are you looking so angry at? What? What are you looking at me like that for? Okay. The background is insane, yeah. It's nice also that I'm like right here where it begins. Oh, it is an actual book? Garden of Forking Paths? So it's called The Garden of Forking Paths. El jardín de senderos que se bifurcan. It's a 1941 short story by Argentine writer and poet Jorge Luis Borges. Oh, okay. I can probably get this easily in Spanish. You all guys that don't speak Spanish, skill issue. Rude but fair. Okay, I'll now need to get this. I don't think I've read Borges in a while, if ever. What else has he written? But like I know him name-wise. Fervor de Buenos Aires, Inquisiciones, Luna de Enfrente, El tamaño de mi esperanza, El idioma de los argentinos, Cuaderno San Martín. A lot of poetry though. More than books. Aristo Carriego, Discusión, Historia Universal de la Infamia, Short Non-Fictional Stories and Literary Forgeries. Historia de la eternidad, essays, El jardín de senderos que se bifurcan, short stories, 6 problemas para Don Isidro, parody, comic detective fiction, poemas, gracias, ficciones, gracias. Wait, an expanded version of Garden of Forking Paths is called Fictions. The 1956 edition, that's 3 stories. US title Ficciones. Also published in the UK as Fictions. Hello, Nostromo. Bueno, es un modelo para la muerte, detective fiction, 2 fantasías memorables, 2 fantasy stories. El Aleph is as short stories, aspectos de la poesía gauchesca, literary criticism, ok, antiguas literaturas germánicas, literary criticism, la muerte y la brújula, short stories, otras inquisiciones, essays and literary criticism, historia de la eternidad, essays, short stories and literary criticism. El Martín Fierro, esos son the epic Argentine poem Martín Fierro. Poemas, Los Orilleros, El Paraíso de los Creyentes, 2 screenplays, damn. Leopoldo Lugones, Literary Criticism, La hermana de Eloisa, Short Stories. Manual de Zoología Fantástica, Short Pieces about Imaginary Beings. I might have seen that one. Libro del Cielo y del Infierno, Essays and 1 Poem. El Hacedor, Poetry and Short Prose Pieces. Antología Personal, Essays, Poetry, Literary Criticism, some of it not previously published in book form. El lenguaje de Buenos Aires, Long Essays, written with José Edmundo Clemente. Introducción a la literatura inglesa, Literary Criticism. Para las 6 cuerdas, Lyrics for Tangos and Milongas. Literaturas germánicas medievales, Literary Criticism, Crónicas de Bustos Domecq, Literary Forgery, Essays. Introducción a la literatura norteamericana, Literary Criticism, El libro de los seres imaginarios, Expansión of Manual de Zoología Fantástica. Conversations with Jorge Luis Borges, originally published in English, una antología personal, Essays, Poetry, Literary Criticism. Museo, Poetry, Elogio de la Sombra, Poetry, el mismo Poetry, el informe de Brody, Short Stories, el Congreso, Essays, nuevos cuentos de Bustos, el oro de los tigres. Wait, Reverse 1999 was a reference to this? I'm seeing a lot of criticism. Yeah, apparently he was very good at criticizing literature. No, he was the one writing the criticism. Yeah, the random Spanish chapter, chapter 3, it's called El Oro de los Tigres. So it was by him. Gotta play Reverse 1999 to understand Girls Frontline now. It's poetry. Huh. Interesting, might need to look that up. El libro de arena, short stories. La rosa profunda, poetry. La moneda de hierro, poetry. Diálogos. Conversation between Borges and Ernesto Sábato. ¿Qué es el budismo? Lectures. Historia de la noche, poetry. Prólogos con un prólogo de prólogos. A collection of numerous book prologues Borges had written over the years. I see. Borges el Memorioso. Conversations with Antonio Carrizo. Rosa y Azul, La Rosa de Paracelso, Tigres Azules, Short Stories. Borges Oral, Lectures, 7 Noches, Lectures. La Cifra, Poetry, 9 ensayos dantescos, Essays on Dante. 25 de agosto de 1983 y otros cuentos, Short Stories. Atlas, Stories and Essays, Los Conjurados, Poetry, Textos Cautivos, Literary Criticism. This Craft of Verse, Lectures. A collection of 6 originally English language lectures by Borges. Professor Borges, A Course on English Literature. Okay. So yeah, I hadn't actually read anything of him. But you know, he was well known. It all connects. Man had a lot to say, and a decent amount was about other people's work, truly. And from other countries. Back in the day when you complain about work, there was no internet. You would write books or write an article in a magazine or newspaper. Yeah. A critic on English literature sounds interesting. What time period was he in? Oh, the one he wrote. He wrote an introduction to North American literature in 1967. But yeah, he was from the 70s. Or in the 60s. He was born on 1899 and died on 1986. Old school video replies. Nowadays, I am sure there are critics of his criticism and then critics of the criticism of his criticism. Yeah, probably. I mean, it doesn't help that he's from Argentina. So, you know. Since we Latinos love each other very much. But yeah, I recognize his name. But yeah, I'll have to look for the book then. That's just a scholastic work, honestly. If you ain't criticizing work, you ain't engaging. Bro was engaged. He was so engaged. The funny thing is that apparently his father was also a writer, so... And he had the same name. So it runs in the family, I guess. But yeah, I'm like... Wow, they're referencing some Argentinian writer, dude. Kinda insane. But yeah, let's begin, because I said I can't go for too long today, so let's start this up. And we shall continue tomorrow. Martin Fierro is very famous literary speaking. Yeah, but I'm talking about Borges. Jorge Luis Borges. Chapter 15.4 soon. Yeah! Goddamn. Mr. Borger got it? Yes. So yeah, let's go. Yeah, Borges is also very famous. That's why I was like, what do you mean this is a reference to him? And then I looked up and damn, it is. Like, damn. It's like when I first moved to Canada, and like one of my English teachers, he was a big fan of Pablo Neruda, and I was like, "Yo, he's from my country, mi país." I'm still waiting for point care and fix point to be added to the campaign tab. Yeah, and God, I forgot the name. The train event. Sorry, who? Neruda. Pablo Neruda. Pablo Neruda. He's a poet. Chilean poet. Longitudinal strain, yes. The training arc. Because I need to read that. People want me to read that since I didn't get to read it on a stream, I mean. Neruda was a very famous Chilean poet. He kind of traveled around too. He has some houses still in Chile that some people go and visit. I just googled him and all his top poem names are like just from like chapter names. I have been in some of those houses. Yeah, me too. I've been on the one in Valparaíso. Puedo escribir los versos más tristes esta noche. That's what you said. Yeah, I know that one is very well known, Sunny. I grew up knowing Spanish and never really had any major Spanish works other than a translated Bible. Oh, now. But yeah, I should, you know, I should do like Mika and reverse. And start stealing names from old Latino poets for titles for things. But yeah, let's go. The Rebel. Hey, it's her. Ikuso! Dead Sea, Avernus. Explosions continue to dully rumble on while sharp, intermittent blasts interrupt every so often. The looming twin towers are engulfed in flames, with charred remains and burning flesh scattered all over. The sight is so gruesome and horrific, it practically deserves to be called the Gates of Hell. God damn it. Say also sorry. And we're in the Elmo. I love this VGM.
Attention, all personnel of the Erma. Initiating vehicle-wide self-diagnostic. The procedure will be completed at 0425.
AR-18 enters the ops room on board the Elmo, just as the broadcast announcement is finished. We have a Elmo background art now, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's very similar to the Frontline 2 one. I mean, make it make sense. I have come to give you a battlefield report. Operation Muromets, whose objective is to destroy Avernus, has concluded. The western tower is completely razed, and the eastern tower has a damage area of over 65%. They did update her sprite, yeah, you're right. Its propulsion system is confirmed to be inoperative, and the entire structure will be destroyed in a crash in an hour. All dispatch units have been recalled, and a vehicle-wide self-diagnostic has been initiated on the Elmo. What's your withdrawal progress? Tarak Sakum returned to the Elmo 5 minutes ago and is currently undergoing full-body sterilization and having her wounds treated. FE56, Daybreak, and Umbrella have all entered the safe zone and will arrive at the Elmo in approximately 15 minutes. The sensitive site exploitation system is receiving data, which includes all of Avernus' lab records and research reports. Good. Once we got everyone, immediately allocate all available resources on the Elmo to repair our dolls. Take care to preserve the data of the recovered neural clouds. Understood. Meanwhile, Operation Aeneas, whose objective is to rescue Agent Angelia, has failed. However, a strong arm has been recovered successfully. Got it. Operation Kriemhild, overseen by StateSec, is also nearing its final stage. They are still circling around in the airspace. We'll leave the subsequent cleanup to them. Yeah, they can take care of that. A special target codenamed William has been captured and is being held in room 1021. Okay. That concludes my report on the expedition. Right, we'll start making our way back after we finish tallying our casualties and gathering the data. Roger that. Erma, check the communication logs and keep an eye on the data transfer status. Prepare to reconnect to Griffith's network. There she is! Best girl!
Okay. I'm sure everyone will be quite happy to find themselves back on board the Elmo when they open their eyes again.
Dark Sacum's sterilization and repairs should be finished by now, so please follow up on that.
No problem.
Erma steps lightly out of the ops room, leaving the noisy clattering of keyboard keys and pinging on the comms behind. Sorry, Commander. I'd like to double check this with you. Is the almost autopilot destination still the same as before? Should I keep it as these coordinates on the edge of the Dead Sea? Oh yeah, that's an expression. I didn't say it. Yes. Understood. Once the self-diagnostic is completed in 20 minutes, I will activate the autopilot if everything appears to be in order. The comm system suddenly chirps. Commander, a comms request from the air. No, I don't want to talk to you! The commander is just about to finally relax, but they have no choice but to straighten up again and drink their new cup of coffee in one gulp. Put him on. I just posted a meme about him. Oh, this fucker. First of all, I must offer my congratulations. Your unsanctioned action has been retroactively given an official seal of approval, and you have certainly done a wonderful job. The Dead Sea is no longer off limits, and you've even managed to secure the key target. But we've lost more than we've gained. I did tell you to stop, remember? No, you had already decided to sacrifice Anje before that. Death is never the destination. Besides, our lives are not entirely our own. In our long journey, some are bound to leave us behind, while others join us halfway through. Be sensible, both for your sake and the sake of Kruger and those at the base. Are you threatening me? I'm guessing you want me to hand him over to you? The Estasis people are waiting on the border just beyond the Dead Sea. It doesn't matter to whom he is handed over. It is simply not up to you to decide his fate. I thought Kruger would have made this clear to you. You have done your part. Now leave the rest to those who can bring an end to this farce. Oh, this music is so good. What are you planning to do with him?
This is not a request, Commander.
Yes, I am aware.
You are not without weaknesses.
I'm also aware of that.
I see you refuse to give up your obstinate ways.
All I want is an explanation. Something to justify the blood spill at my hands.
Not everything has closure or answers. When you live to my age, you will understand that there is only so much we can do. You should not blame yourself for things beyond your capability.
But if I hand him over to you, that will make me personally responsible. Especially if eradicating Paradeus for good isn't actually on your agenda.
Avernus crashed and burned right before your eyes, yet you still doubt Paradeus' demise.
Yeah. You know full well what I mean.
Don't let emotions get the better of you, my young friend.
There was a time I looked up to you, the same way I look up to Mr. Kruger.
I see.
Looks like you've already made your decision.
I will see you again soon, Commander. You, as well as William.
Oh, I would have punched him so badly. I hate Earl so much with his one-liners. Yeah, it just makes me hate him more. How dare he? How dare he drop such one-liners? The comms channel falls silent. Nobody wants to speak, but someone has to interrupt. Commander, we have a state sec online too. Keep them busy. I need a minute to come down. I'm afraid there isn't something I can do. Please stay strong. To hell with being strong! I told you I needed a moment! For the first time in a very long while, the person on the verge of a breakdown finally loses their composure. Give me 5 minutes. No, I'll take just 1 minute. Just let me cool my head alone. I beg you. The commander sinks dejectedly into their chair. At that, AR-18 relents and leaves the ops room in silence. Repair workshop on board the Elmo. Damn! Huh? Aren't you supposed to be in the ops room? What are you doing here? Ding dong!
Self-diagnostic is at 25%. Estimated completion time in 15 minutes.
The vehicle broadcast answers Erma's questions. Took how many years for a mental breakdown? In story, like 2? As you can see, the self-diagnostic is running smoothly, so I've come to check on how the repairs are progressing.
Well, we performed basic repairs on Taraxacum and FE56. We still don't have a suitable dual frame replacement for OMP9, but her core is undamaged and ready for reinstallation. Daybreak and Unicorn are still in the queue, and Roses should go last.
Yeah, and the last few events have happened in just a span of weeks. Maybe like a few months. But like no more than like 3 months or something like that. It's just been, everything has been happening.
What about Aliana?
No, my wife.
She suffered a neural meltdown. We couldn't retrieve any data. I see. AR-18 spots OMP-45 sitting quietly in a corner, staring at OMP-9's neural core absent-mindedly. She approaches tentatively, trying to discern the doll's mental state.
Oh, don't do that. My dear toaster girlfriend. I don't think she's fine.
I'm fine. My neural cloud is stable.
Are you conversing with 9?
Yes, she says she's feeling bored. AR-18 picks up the cable connecting OMP-45 and OMP-9's neural core.
Did I get OMP9 when? Truly.
Do you need an external data link to converse with each other? Well, I'm not the only one she's talking to. Who else? OMP-45 gives a slight chuckle. Instead of answering the question, she just invites AR-18 into the chat room.
They open a Discord server. The baby!
Huh? What are you doing here, AR-18? She's worried about you, apparently. You two go on and have a nice chat. Really? I'm touched. AR-18 pays no heed to the role she ought to be playing. Her keen gaze looks into a girl with a casual smile who's sitting off to the side. You are? Hello, I am OMP-40. She's a personality construct based on my former partner. You can call her 40. The real 40 is long gone, obviously.
A ghost! Hello.
Hey, don't just stand there. Come join us. Yeah, where were we?
Woman, this is not a healthy coping mechanism. Yeah. She's fine, she's fine. She's mentally stable, she said it, she said so herself. She's not.
You were discussing how to protect your doll frames from the elements when carrying out seaside missions. Right, I'll leave you to it. I'm hopping off for a sec.
Since she's so mentally stable.
Hey, don't go 45! OMP-45's figure disappears in a flash from the chat room that she had set up. 45 is devious as always. She keeps dragging people in here to keep me busy just so she won't have to talk to me.
OMP-45 is the most stable man here I've ever seen. Why is that so accurate? A woman will do this instead of seeking therapy. God. I love her.
So your sisters as well. AR-18 suddenly understands OMP45's sudden eagerness. It's not true that 45 doesn't want to talk to you. She simply doesn't know how to face you right now. Why?
Why do you think? Oh, she's so baby.
Because it was a call she made that led to your destruction. It's pretty common for T-dolls to get destroyed. Besides, my neural cloud is perfectly fine. She doesn't have to blame herself at all. Don't you agree, AR-18? Yes. AR-18 starts searching for the exit of the chat room.
She's like, let me out.
It took 45 a real long time to put herself together after you went down. Really? What did she do when it happened? First, she went berserk and wiped out the remaining enemies. Then she just stared at your remains for a good few minutes. 45.
That's so sad though to think about. Would have made for some great CGs though.
When she finally snapped out of it, she extracted your nail core and took measures to keep it safe. Did she say anything when she had my neural core in her hands?
All this gossip.
Yep, she said... Gossiping about me behind my back. OMP45 reappears seemingly out of nowhere. She seems to be embracing OMP40 from behind, but she actually has her in a chokehold. No way! 45, you're back!
She's so happy.
And I even brought 2 new guests for your little tea party.
416, my beloved.
So this is where you guys have been loafing around. Get me a bed, 45. AR-18 seizes this timely opportunity to make her escape. I am not the best conversationalist. Please excuse me. Alright. Sorry for bothering you. When P45 opens the door for AR-18 to leave. When P40 extricates herself from the boisterous dogpile and comes out to see her off.
Since 11 and 416 are nice thinkers Frontline 2. Let's go! I mean, they just licked 416's full design with that cosplay, so they better.
Goodbye, AR-18. I hope we'll meet again. Sure. Goodbye. AR-18 lets out a sigh of relief and makes to leave a Squad 404's space.
AR-18 is like a person awkwardly going into new circle. Yeah. 45 just kind of drag her in there. And then abandon her for a few minutes.
Forty doesn't get to meet dolls from the outside very often.
Maybe you shouldn't keep your dead sister AI inside your neural cloud. Have you thought about that? That does seem to be the case.
You'll keep this a secret for me, I hope.
Of course. Oh, she's keeping it a secret? But she let her in? Interesting. That's why she's a stableman here. The moment AR-18 pulls open the door of the repair room, she is confronted with an impertinent face in the corridor.
Something seems off about you.
Not at all.
Something's totally off. You look positively glum.
Isn't that how she always looks, though? Nonsense.
Okay, you're actually pretty expressionless, but I can still see you're not happy. Wasn't Operation IMAIbots a success? We've knocked a bad news out of the sky, so what's the problem?
Trying to remember the voice I had done for Erma. I'm afraid the real war is yet to come.
Huh?
Gazing at Erma's bemused expression, AR-18 realizes that even though they are sisters, it still feels a bit inappropriate to discuss such matters with Erma. Nothing. I blurted that out without thinking.
I have a feeling that people are not happy because we failed to rescue a certain somebody. Haven't you noticed? The dolls coming out of the repair bay are all putting on a brave face.
I thought you were utterly clueless. Damn! Well, you must treat her like that. Turns out I'm the clueless one.
What?
Don't help that my throat is not in the better state, so... The commander has lived through so much strife and witnessed so much death and suffering. I thought their heart would have long since rusted and grown cold. But I was wrong. It would seem that I'm the only one who is cold and indifferent.
Probably because you're the instructor. You're more used to being the instructor than AR-18. You feel the need to remain calm and collected in the face of everything.
You think so? Maggie is the only one who retained her memory of what transpired in the future. The future is the train, by the way. I find it hard to believe everything she told me. But I'm starting to agree with her on one point.
What point?
It's nothing. So how did you discern my emotional state? Sometimes even I don't know how I feel. That green! Ah, I love her.
Well... I watched the CCTV feed in the ops room. Come on, I'm the leader of the signal support team. It's totally normal for me to check it, no?
I retract my previous statement.
Which one?
The statement about agreeing with Maggie. And what did Maggie say that you agreed with? The ops room door is quietly open just a crack, revealing a hand holding a slice of cake. Who's this? Having something sweet might cheer you up. Oh, it's Erma. Erma, come in. Erma pokes her head through the door.
Are you still angry, Commander?
No, I'm not angry with anybody. If you see AR-18, please give her my apologies. Please tell her she is free to return to the ops room.
Oh, you just have to give the instructor a call and she'll come back right away.
I know.
but I still haven't figured out how to apologize to her. So I'll have to trouble you to give me a hand. Erma nods, but she continues to linger by the door. Can I help you with anything else? I have a question. I know that when a human dies, they are given a funeral. So should we organize a funeral for Anja?
Oof, loaded question there.
No, this isn't the right place to put her gravestone. I see.
Also, from what I know of her, she'd roll her eyes so hard she'd see her brain if we weep before her grave.
I gather Anja wasn't someone who needed a funeral then.
You're right.
Then I have another question.
Shoot.
Before I set off, I read a story about a man who went on an arduous journey to pick a magical herb in order to bring his dead mother back to life. If such a panacea really did exist, would you use it to revive Anja?
No. That was instant.
Huh? I thought you said yes.
Death is the only gift she bequeathed to me. To snatch life away from death is for mankind to pay the ultimate price. I won't allow anyone to disturb her eternal rest. I already paid enough.
Can death be considered a gift?
Yes, a heavy and painful gift. One to which we must hold on tightly, lest we forget. The commander clenches their fist, squeezing a strong arm tightly in their fingers. This is the first time Erma has seen such anguish on a human's face. But the moment lasts only briefly. I'm ready, Erma. Fetch Dandelion for me, please. I'm going to meet him in person.
Oh. Meet who?
The man brought in from Avernus, the one currently being held in room 1021.
Understood.
Whew.
Cell diagnostic is at 50%. Estimated completion time in 10 minutes. Signal malfunction caused by exposure to radiation detected in communication system.
Se prendió esta mierda. Repair workshop on board the Erma. The doorbell on board makes me laugh every time, yeah. You here for Ra? I've come to see how the repairs are going for all the squads.
We're in the middle of fixing up Sub 2. Over 90% of her frame has sustained damage, so the repairs aren't cost effective at all. However, since there are no suitable spare frames for her at the moment, we can only prioritize restoring her basic functions.
What about Ra?
She took quite a beating herself, but she's given most of the resources to Sub 2.
I see. I'll go check on Ra. Alright. AR-18 walks up to the repair tank, where a dormant Sub 2 is currently undergoing repairs. What is it? Are we getting another gig? Ra, why are you so ready to work? You haven't even been repaired yet. Not at the moment. I have just come to see how you're doing. I'm okay. I'm ready for battle, as long as there's enough ammo. But the injury on your back. Oh, it's not a big deal. It won't affect my performance. I'll defer to your judgment. How's the commander? Are they resting? The door to the repair workshop is suddenly pushed open,
and Erma comes walking in. Has something happened?
The commander wants to interrogate William and has sent me to fetch Dandelion.
Now? Is it safe? The commander hasn't slept a wink for days. Can't this wait? I will run another security sweep on our system. Right. Just to be safe, we must station additional personnel during the interrogation. I can... Dandelion walks smack into the repair tank. Dandelion walks smack into the repair tank as if she is in a trance and crashes to the floor. Dandelion? Sub 2. Row 635 rushes past Dandelion to examine the repair tank. After ensuring that Sub 2's repairs are unhindered, she pulls Dandelion off the floor.
What is she doing?
She's been like this every now and then, ever since we withdrew from Avernus. She'd walk right into things as if her visual model were malfunctioning. Is something wrong with her? I just ran a diagnostic on her, but not only did the Almost system not pick up any issues, it even froze for a few seconds.
Dandelion, the commander is asking for you.
Oh no. Dandelion's voice is exceptionally clear in the dark. Did you hear it?
Hear what?
Dandelion walks right up to Erma. At the Lake of Cognition, you heard it too, didn't you?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Is that so? Well, you'll hear it very soon.
Dandelion, snap out of it, will you? The commander is asking for you. The commander is asking for you.
I know. I'll head over to them now. As for you, you'll soon reach the depths of the lake.
What are you talking about?
Dandelion simply smiles. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you to hand it over to me, Erma. But right now, I have a mission to attend to. I must inform the commander in person. Dandelion leaves the room. AR-18 restores the light. Restores the lights inside the room. Her neural cloud doesn't seem very stable. Is she really okay? This isn't exactly unusual for her. She's just dramatic. Just let her go. She can take her cocoa rambling somewhere else. Ops room on board the Elmo.
Self-diagnostic is at 95%. Estimated completion time in 1 minute. The communication system has been fully repaired.
What would the sudden change in music?
After checking in on the statuses of Daybreak and the Sanguis ferry units, AR-18 heads back to the ops room. Commander, is everything going well? Should I come over?
Everything is fine. You don't have to come. I've got Dandelion here. Have you finished checking up on all the dolls?
Yes. The self-diagnostic is also completed. The almost damage level is less than 5%. Should I activate the autopilot?
Go ahead.
Copy that. AR-18 turns on the almost vehicle-wide broadcast channel.
Attention all personnel. Operation Nomad has officially concluded. Please fasten your seatbelts as the Erma will start cruising on autopilot shortly.
The door opens, and someone slips in quietly. AR-18 is aware that the person who just entered the room has placed an energy rod on the desk, even though she doesn't look up. Stop moving around. It's not going to be a smooth ride driving through the black zone on autopilot. How did you know it was me? Looked like my stealth mode still isn't much good. Just sit here. You may fall over if you keep wandering about. Okay. I've looked through the comp logs and checked the data transfer. The name list is here. Red, got it. Anything else I can do? No. Then I'll pour you a coffee. No, thank you. Do you want milk or sugar? I like my hazelnut latte with triple syrup. She's so real for that. Erma picks up the coffee pot and pours the brown liquid into a coffee mug. By the way, this coffee is... Erma suddenly collapses to the floor. Fortunately, the coffee pot remains on the desk. Oh no. AR-18 rushes over to determine the situation, but before she can even form a question, her consciousness is detached from her body, akin to feeling an electric shock. What follows is endless darkness. A deadly silence engulfs the elm in an instant like a thick fog rolling in, drowning out all other noise. And so in the early hours of October 23rd, 2064, the Elmo carries its inconspicuous passengers as it travels slowly along its plotted course.
Well then, that was a beginning. That was surely a way to begin, a way to start. Up to a great start, yeah, exactly, PCU. It's just the first note, yeah, that was just the first note. So let's see. Like, depending on how long they are, I can read 2 or 3 more notes. So let's keep going. The birds. I see. That is surely a symbol.
Who is it? Who's there?
$63 reverse R180.
Or perhaps you are more used to being addressed as Erma and AR-18. Who are you?
That's not important. Only human dolls have access to this channel.
Indeed. That should spare me a self-introduction.
You're deliberately concealing your ID. Why?
Come to Frankfurt.
Then I'll tell you.
have no time for your games and riddles. Oh? Is that so? Your commander is doomed. What? What are you talking about? Soon you will realize I'm telling the truth. The fact that I could even get in touch with you right now might be your only hope. You are leaving the dangerous black zone for the mouse of a pack of greedy and opportunistic jackals. And yet you lot, all battered and bruised, are still snoozing. What a precarious situation you're in. What are your terms? It really saves me effort talking to you, AR-18. We may all be created by Hume, but my creator doesn't actually mean much to me. Other than Erma, who is Unit 0, we Hume dolls mind our own business. I doubt you came to warn us out of the goodness of your heart. You are exactly right. My only term is that you come to Frankfurt and bring me along into the summer garden. You'll only need Erma for that. Theoretically speaking, yes, but her amnesia complicates things. I need insurance that I can achieve my aim on this trip. How will you ensure the commander's safety while we're on our way to Frankfurt? The commander is doomed, but I never said they're not safe. Whether you can find the key or not will determine whether the commander can break free from this deadlock. William? He is certainly important, but not the most important. If you're looking to make a deal, at least show some sincerity. I am perfectly happy to explain things in more detail, but I'm afraid you're running out of time. All I can say is that you haven't eradicated Paradeus for good. This could spell the commander's doom. And you have a solution? The solution lies within the summer garden. If you want answers, come immediately to Frankfurt. Remember, bring only yourselves and no one else. Or your commander dies.
When you ask somebody their name and they say it's not important, they are important. Yes, exactly. That was an exchange. Obstrom on board the Elmo. Erma opens her eyes and takes in AR-18's grave expression. Erma.
Yes?
Erma gets to her feet and sets the coffee pot upright. The coffee is now lying in a puddle on the floor. She woke us up.
Did we crash?
Yes, and the most dreadful thing is... the commander has disappeared. What? What do you mean? We are aboard a moving vehicle. I went to William's holding cell to check as soon as I regained consciousness.
What about Dandelion? Wasn't she with the commander?
She's nowhere to be found either. Her signal is not within the detectable range of the Elmo. Did they crash all the dolls? The three of them all vanished from the holding cell. Wait, William too?
William is gone as well. Could this be his doing?
That's not very likely. He was secured to a chair with special restraints, which show no signs of having been undone or sabotaged. The metal fence separating the interrogation area and the brig was also undamaged.
They couldn't have vanished into thin air.
On top of that, it wasn't just us. All the dolls on board were incapacitated. Okay, that makes more sense.
So it's true. Erma taps into the Elmo surveillance system. The Elmo surveillance and security systems got hacked 10 minutes ago, but it didn't trigger an alarm.
Yeah.
No traces of an external intruder. It's almost as if they'd been programmed to deactivate themselves beforehand.
Looks like we have no choice but to visit Frankfurt.
Do you believe what she said?
The timing is too much of a coincidence. She is definitely suspicious, but that's not good enough a reason to brush her off. With the commander's safety being our top priority, this is a risk we have to take.
I'm also worried. If she's right, then the commander is in grave danger.
The Elmo is exiting the Black Zone in 5 minutes. We must make our move soon.
Yeah, let's wake the others.
Erma and AR-18 wake the other dolls and gather them all in the repair workshop. An emergency has arisen. Here's a brief summary of what we currently know. The commander, Dandelion, and William all vanished from the holding cell at the same time. We have tentatively eliminated the possibility of this being a prison break perpetrated by William. Meanwhile, all the dolls on board the Elmo were put in a sleep mode.
Nobody entered or left the Elmo during this entire period. The commander, Dandelion, and William all disappeared together. I knew that guy wouldn't let himself get caught so easily.
Our top priority is to find the commander as soon as possible.
Yeah, I doubt their situation is any less precarious than ours.
We will soon exit the Dead Sea. Someone will be waiting for us out there. So we must preserve our strength.
We have plenty of problems on our hands.
We need to decide who is going to do what right away. There's no time for us to hesitate.
You said someone got in touch with you while we were snoozing?
Erma, show them the recording.
Sure.
Erma shares the audio recording with UMP45 and RAW645.
I couldn't trace the signal to its origin, and voice recognition didn't work either. But I've confirmed the coordinates she provided. They do indeed correspond to a location in the outskirts of Frankfurt.
She specified that only the two of you could go. Why?
Only mother's children have access to this channel.
I suspect Dr. Hume is involved in this matter.
We know nothing about this doll while she's watching our every move from the shadows. We should probably do this her way. I don't want to put the commander at risk.
Then you two will handle the investigation in Frankfurt. Fortify and I will relocate all the dolls that can still move from the Elmo. It isn't safe here at the moment. No, Erma will be going to Frankfurt on her own.
You're not coming with me?
When it all comes down, you and I are the only ones who can still maintain contact. If both of us drop off the radar in Frankfurt, then we'll lose our only lead to the commander.
You only have 1 more minute. But...
Prepare for departure.
Huh?
Kicks her out. AR-18 pulls open the emergency exit and pushes Erma off the vehicle. Wait, I wasn't expecting her to actually do it! Erma tumbles across the ground before finally coming to a stop.
Jeez, she just shot me without even a warning.
What was that? Nokia ringtone. Wait, let me just check some things. Okay, I have no clue what was that? Sound like a game launching? Yeah, it was like an alert or something. I'm assuming it was an alert for something because I don't or I shouldn't have at least. Oh, I do have browser audio. But maybe if you guys heard it too. You shouldn't be able to hear system sounds because I have them. I don't have my desktop audio on the computer. So I'm like, I don't know. I guess we'll just take that. Whatever it was. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Also, why is her background glitched?
Erma.
The private channel between the children of Hume is now open. I'm here.
I'll send Hume's profile to you later. Stay in touch. Watch out for yourself. Also, don't trust this doll.
She is certainly suspicious.
Even if she can be trusted, there could be someone else who is using her.
I understand. I'll be careful.
And Erma? I must warn you, Hume is not a good man.
Why do you say that?
From what I know, those of his creation all go mad in the end. We are given exceptionally special powers, and we meet exceptionally painful ends. This is the fate shared by all progeny of Hume.
I won't go mad.
You are special to him. Still.
Are you worried about me?
AR-18 hangs up forcefully. Erma. Erma receives an offline message. Focus on your mission. Don't get distracted and come back soon. Report any new development immediately.
Roger.
She's so smug, I love her. In a certain area with multiple villas on the outskirts of Frankfurt. After walking down a driveway lined with trees whose canopies form a verdant arch overhead, and passing several junctions marked by white statues, Erma finally arrives at the entrance of a garden. The garden is not particularly big, but it is immaculately arranged and decorated in a classical Russian style. Wow, she got there fast.
This should be it. I should give AR-18 an update.
Have you reached Frankfurt?
Yes, I'm just outside the designated location. It does look very much like a summer garden.
Right. Only go in after you assess the surroundings and your own physical condition.
Got it. How are things on your end?
We are also headed to Frankfurt. Things are probably going to get a bit messy. I'll fill you in later.
Alright, then I'm going in.
Erma pushes open the iron gate leading into the garden and steps into the silent night. An ear-splitting buzz suddenly comes out of nowhere. When Erma finally regains her senses, she realizes that the gate behind her has closed. Several military scouts leap out in the quiet garden.
Scouts? Hey, I'm a guest with an invitation.
Oh. Oh, it's her.
Where's AR-18?
She's not coming. You just need me to get here in one piece, don't you? Well, here I am. There's no need for her to come along.
That's true. Inviting her along was just a failsafe. Whatever, she's always been lackadaisical and utterly undependable.
That's the first time I've heard her described like that.
Tch. You were the first to call her undependable, Erma.
Huh?
Yo, the music.
Ah, well, that was a long time ago. Of course you've forgotten all about that.
Now that I'm here, shouldn't you introduce yourself?
Zero 09 symbol 39. I don't know my symbols. I'm sorry, guys. Or you can call me Stevens M520 if you like. Yes.
Stevens M520. Are you my elder or younger sister?
The concept of biological sisterhood does not apply to dolls.
I mean, who came first, me or you?
Stop asking such pointless questions. You already asked me this very question 3,874 times.
Have we known each other for that long?
At least you don't lose IQ points the way you lose your memory.
As the conversation comes to an awkward pause, Erma looks around and takes in her surroundings. The fountain in the center of the garden remains faithful to its past, spewing jets of water up into the air tirelessly. The golden statue of a goddess on the fountain peers down coldly at Erma from her high perch as she slinks past. Erma turns to look behind her, but nobody's there. Stevens M520 is still only talking to her via the comms channel. The villa itself is still silent and motionless. She is certain that the garden is unoccupied, save for herself and the unfriendly-looking scouts.
Why don't you show yourself? I followed your instructions and made my way here.
If I showed myself now, you'd bound over like an excited puppy and start comparing heights with me, getting dirt all over my dress in the process. All just to satisfy your stupid curiosity. I have no more patience for your nonsense.
How did you know?
Just speaking from experience.
I promise I won't.
You never keep your promises, except to Dr. Hume.
You seem to know me very well.
If I got to choose, I'd rather not know you at all. It's been quite a few years, Erma. Let me see how much you've grown.
The scouts standing around the garden suddenly launch towards Erma. Even more strange mechanical monstrosities from further away start gathering in this direction. Much to Erma's surprise, one of the approaching doll dummies is armed with an Erma machine pistol.
Why do you have my dummy?
There are questions that I've already answered countless times before you even ask them.
Okay. Oh, it only has normal and hard? Okay. I will try in hard, as I always do, and if not, I'll just lower. Let me see if I can do the stage without taking too long. Oh, right, now they have enemy levels. I don't know how to read those. Hard is easy, which is counterintuitive if you think about it. Then what is normal? Oh, I can't. I can't deploy. I see. Normal is in bears. Normal, I see. Oh, survive for 2 rounds. Okay. That's easy. Oh, I should have gone to the other side. Well, still should be fine. Hopefully she can manage these 3 guys. Oh yeah, she's fine. Cyber Kitty is a great success. Operation Cyber Kitty? I didn't know that was her voice. Operation Discord Kitten. Well, that was easy. Oh, wait, what's this? Is it the farming stage? I unlock it right away? That's beautiful. Okay, but now the story divides. I'm gonna assume the bird ones follow Erma. Luxury, peace, and pleasure. Is there an order I should follow, guys? For the ones that know? Or can I just go randomly? Not really? Just wanna check this real quick. It is the farming stage. Thank you so much, Mika, for unlocking the farming stage right off the bat. This was made for me. Thank you so much, Mika. I love you. All right. Let's follow with the
Man, I'm unsure. Should I? This is okay. This is Erma. Oh, and this is the girl. Okay, let's see what's up with her. Princess. A breeze blows through the garden, rustling the foliage and sending petals flying. A handful lands lightly on Erma's hair. Erma moves her limbs gingerly and sits up on the ground. The mechanical monsters that were ganging up on her have finally disappeared. Oh. She clambers to her feet and looks around the garden in bemusement.
You're as useless as you've always been. Can't even hold your own against this smattering of tin cans. What's the deal with those dolls that you sent? Why was I in there? I have all the data of Dr. Hume's creations, including yours. Mother trusts you too much. Dr. Hume could tell who's reliable. Where are you? Go through the garden and down the path with hedge arches, then follow the direction that the white statues are pointing at, and go through the maze.
Following the doll's instructions, Erma finally meets her in person a little over 10 minutes later.
There you are.
On the soft grassy lawn is a beautiful white picnic bench made from solid wood, on which a girl in a purple dress is sipping a cup of tea. She rings the dainty handbell on the bench with a graceful flick on her wrist.
You summoned me all the way here just to give me a beating? I wouldn't have gone to so much trouble for such a stupid reason. So what's this all about? Just wanted to give your body a checkup to make sure you can handle what's to come. Are you doing this because Mother asked you to?
Steven's M520 puts down her teacup and finally looks Erma in the eye.
First of all, your mother is dead.
Sorry, I don't know why that was so funny.
Nice! Nice to meet you too, I guess. Brutal. Riposo. Soften the blow? No, she's a shotgun operator. A true gamer. Pikachu gasp face.
Secondly, stop referring to Dr. Hume as mother. That's a distinctly human behavior. Dolls have no use for such unnecessary sentiments. So please also stop calling me your sister. Do you understand? I understand. You hate Mother, and you hate me. I don't hate him. I just don't see the point in using this form of address. Oh, so you do hate me.
What is this interaction? That is some serious motherless behavior from you, yeah.
The reason I summoned you here is to gain access to the real summer garden. Then we will both get what we want. You said I could save the commander. Yes, you will find the key to saving the commander in there. Where I will find the kind of world that my heart desires. And what does your heart desire? It's a secret. You're such a tease. Enough chit-chat. Natalie?
Natalie?
I'm here, my ladies.
A calm and soothing voice speaks from within the thicket. After some rustling, a white-haired maid emerges. She walks toward Erma and 520 while cleaning her hands with a handkerchief.
Oh, it's an old lady. The contrast is so funny between like old lady with like, you know, the apron and the scissors here and everything, and then very modern gas mask.
Lady 9, how may I help you? Natalie is here at your service.
Erma is back. The maid named Natalie turns to look at Erma with a happy smile.
How can you tell if she's smiling? She has a gas mask on.
How splendid. Lady Zero, you have finally returned to the summer garden. It is an honor to see you again. Lady Zero?
That's how Natalie has always addressed you.
Natalie, you know what's going on.
She's lost her memory. Again.
I understand. Please don't be alarmed, Lady Zero. I am Natalie. I have been caring for you all this time. But it doesn't matter even if you don't remember me. Just treat me as an ordinary maid, and I will do your bidding.
Save the small talk, Natalie. Let's start executing Dr. Hume's will and testament. Let us to the Great Palace.
Yes, my lady. Please follow me.
Natalie, who seems very familiar with this process, leads Erma toward the lavishly decorated mansion with great patience.
Lady Zero, this is the entrance hall on the first floor. The kitchen is to the west, while the elevator and guest room are to the east.
Don't waste time on giving her a tour.
Oh, come on. I came all the way here, so at least show me around a bit. What if I end up having to stay for a while? Don't worry, Lady 9. This won't take too long. Lady Zero, please allow me to take you to your favorite gallery. Sure.
She's so smug.
Ignoring Steven's M520's eye roll, Erma skips after Natalie to the other end of the building. A cold and musty smell fills the air the moment the door is pushed open, which suggests that the room has been deserted for quite some time. But it is obvious that everything has remained in its original position, and someone has been conscientiously preserving the room as it is.
Natalie, have you been tending to this place all the while? Yes, Lady Zero. It must have taken a lot of work. It's manageable. I am a professional maid, after all. Did I like it here? Very much. You were the one who picked out most of these displayed items. It was also you who decided on how they're to be displayed. I don't remember any of it. Would you like me to talk you through the collection? Yes, please. Then, starting with the first exhibit on the left.
Stop! At the end of her rope, Steven's M520 slams the cabinet door that Natalie has just opened.
At this rate, we'll be here for 3 days and 3 nights. You may have that kind of patience, but I don't.
Skill issue.
Wow, you're so mean. Do you want your commander to die or what? Head straight to the Great Palace, Natalie. As you wish, Lady Nine.
Still keeping her impeccably gracious smile, Natalie opens a bookcase and takes out a crystal globe from among the myriad of ornaments and taxidermy mounts. A lone white stork is incarcerated within the globe, wading through the still water in a blue lake, its thoughts utterly inscrutable.
Lady Zero, please activate the summer garden within your narrow cloud right here. Huh? Aren't we supposed to head for the Great Palace?
The palace is just a designation. We need to activate the virtual summer garden here. Then Natalie will unlock a special space known as the Great Palace.
Rest assured, Lady Zero, we are currently in a safe and secure environment. Please take this.
Natalie offers the crystal globe to Erma.
Why are you giving it to me?
We can only enter the summer garden when we are in your physical presence. The summer garden in its entirety, not just a labyrinth locked behind door after door. And to do that, we need a medium. This crystal globe is the medium.
So this is why you needed me to come all the way here? Only I can grant you full access to the summer garden?
Yes, Lady Zero.
You are the mistress of the summer garden.
Erma, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Erma takes the ornament from Natalie. You love this crystal globe a lot.
I did?
Yes. Find a random anchor point and activate the summer garden. Erma hears the sound of a lock being disengaged in her narrow cloud. A blinding white light fills her vision.
What is it? The key. An anchor point. Oh, right, his name. Arthur Hume.
It is a familiar room. The curtains are open, and the room is awash with the afternoon sun. A blurry figure, backlit by the sunshine, is standing by the bookcase. Many animals went extinct after that disaster. All that's left behind were specimens. This is a specimen of a stork chick.
Is it dead?
Yes, this bird died of radiation poisoning before it was made into a specimen.
Then, will you die too?
All men must die. Someday in the future, I too shall die. The indexing figure reaches out to pat her head. Every human lives but once, and their souls descend on a journey towards death. Just like sand in an hourglass flowing from one end to another.
What about me? Will I die?
You are my daughter, my undying daughter. As long as you live, so will I. Hume hands Erma a gun. Go do a crime. I mean, what? Your name is also the name of this gun.
Erma machine pistol. Erma EMP.
Walk further. Further away. 50 meters. No, 100. Erma nods obediently. Very good. Now we'll play this game a different way. Now you will shoot me.
Okay. Alright.
Erma acts like she's actually playing a game. She takes up her gun, like a mother once taught her. It is a precise shot that pierces his chest. Oh. Blood gushes out of Hume's body. I'm sorry. You're free, Erma. Like a massive firework, he erupts in the dark, wet alley. Blood and gunpowder stain Erma's face. It dyes the filthy ground red. All that's left is her, sitting on the ground, her wide eyes staring at the darkened sky.
I see.
Natalie gently wipes away the tears streaming down Erma's face.
Oh, it's young Natalie.
Lady Zero, please don't be sad. Mother died. It was me. I killed him.
If he hadn't wanted to die, he wouldn't have.
Lady Nine is absolutely right.
Dr. Hume will not have let himself get killed so easily. Especially not by you. Lady Zero, he will never turn you into a murderer. Erma takes Natalie's offered handkerchief to dry her tears. Then she finally looks up and does a double take.
Natalie? What happened to you?
Natalie's appearance has become visibly much younger. The summer garden in Frankfurt is just a replica of this place. This is the virtual space that Dr. Hume had constructed for his creations, or real home.
So, Natalie...
Humans can't enter this place. This is a 25-year-old Natalie that Dr. Hume created. You know, a string of code. Lady Zero, please let me know if you need any help. Natalie is a most capable maid.
I'm sorry, I don't remember anything at all.
Dr. Hume gave me an important mission but transferred the Summer Garden's authorizations to you. So you must be present if we are to find whatever Dr. Hume has left behind.
What have you been up to then? Were Mother and I the only ones in the Summer Garden when you left?
I am a doll custom built for the military to carry out secret missions. When I left the Summer Garden, it was only you, Dr. Hume, and Natalie. By the time I came back, none of you were there anymore. I reactivated the Natalie here. After that, I managed to track down the real Natalie, who had stayed in Frankfurt all this time. Then I made contact with you and AR-18.
By then, Mother had already died.
Since he's dead, we should inherit his legacy. Natalie, please activate the Great Palace. Yes, my ladies. Now please, allow your humble servant to unlock the most grandiose building in this world, the Great Palace. Erma looks up and notices that on the distant horizon, a resplendent palace has appeared in the green woods out of nowhere, its golden roof glimmering brightly in the sunlight. There are countless windows on each level of the palace, but one cannot see clearly into the rooms through the windows from this distance. The palace almost looks as if it's been completely filled with fog on the inside. Please look over there. That is the Great Palace.
It's beautiful. Alright, I shall give AR-18 a status report. A transmission error?
Lady Zero, when the Great Palace is activated, the Summer Garden automatically blocks out all signals. No contact with the outside world is possible. Welp. Dr. Hume's legacy is in there.
What exactly is it? Do you know?
We are his creations. We shall find the answer ourselves. Steven's M520 pushes open the metal gates leading into the garden and straight into the verdant greenery. Inside the Great Palace, the Summer Garden. Unlike the garden, which is in the image of a natural and understated elegance, the Great Palace itself is a much more extravagant Baroque structure. The pure white walls in the Great Hall are covered in gilded reliefs of goddesses and ivy. All pillars are held up by more gilded sculptures of goddesses. Looking up, the ceiling fresco depicts the stories of the pantheon. As Erma stands at the heart of this cavernous hall, she doesn't feel like she has come home. Rather, this place strikes her more as a stage.
My ladies, this is the reception hall of the Great Palace. It used to function as a ballroom as well. Where have all the tables and chairs gone? And what's the deal with these red drapes? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not authorized to enter the palace without Lady Zero. This place has changed. Something doesn't feel right. Because Mother's gone? Like how the little elves started building their own world after losing their master in the fairy tales?
Whoosh. The red drapes in the center of the hall fall to the ground, revealing a gigantic portrait. Natalie's eyes widen in disbelief.
Huh? That's... Who's that in the portrait?
That's Dr. Hume. That's Dr. Hume. But this isn't a portrait. It's a wanted poster offering a bounty.
Huh? Bounty? For Dr. Hume?
Erma's eyes skim over the gold, jeweled picture frame, the handsome-looking man in the portrait, and for right on the number written at the very bottom.
Offering a bounty of 10 million Sardis gold?
Who hung this wanted poster here? Her Majesty requested it himself.
Oh.
Who's there? An unfamiliar girl appeared behind the dolls without anyone noticing. I knew it. I love her design. Welcome, travelers. I am Mirabelle, a knight. Archbishop Hume is now listed as wanted, and Her Majesty the King is offering 10 million Sardis gold as bounty for his capture. If the reward piques your interest, you are very welcome to take the poster and try your luck. I will give you all the help I can.
Hold on, aren't you 620? My dear Lady 27, it has been a long time. Huh? Is this knight also one of Mother's children? Why are you here? How did you get in without Erma's authorization?
As I said, I am Mirabelle, a knight. I have been here since Her Majesty's reign began. Erma can see Steven's M520's grimace. What kind of trick are you trying to pull this time? I am searching for heroes who have the bravery to pursue and capture Archbishop Hume. I will gladly offer them my aid.
Lady Zero, Lady 27 seems a little odd.
Yeah, no shit.
I noticed. I don't get anything she's saying. Are there kings, archbishops, and knights in the Summer Garden? And what is this Archbishop Hume wanted for? Archbishop Hume swindled $1 billion Stardust gold from Her Majesty's aid through Project Pilot Whale, which makes him a wanted criminal.
1 billion Stardust gold?
That's nonsense. But Dr. Hume is from a high-born family. He'd never do such a thing. The evidence is indubitable. Archbishop Hume has absconded with the money. The sooner we capture him, the sooner we can undo the damage. Could this be one of Dr. Hume's inside jokes?
What?
I hear that many oddball scientists have a habit of adding elements of their own personal experience and some strange fantasies into their work. Maybe he made this into a sort of game you have to clear. Dr. Hume did have a twisted sense of humor, so you may very well be right.
So we need to follow these nice instructions?
Hey, what's your name again? Mirabelle? So you have to complete your task for the Summer Guardian to revert back to normal?
Peasant Reinette, you do not possess the access clearance for me to answer that stupid question of yours.
Reinette? What's with this hillbilly name?
Oh, your name is now displayed as Reinette.
Wait, what?
620, what the hell have you done?
It's shit, Reinette.
Her Majesty has recently watched a movie called Catch Adventures. Catch Aventure de Reinette and Mirabelle, and was incredibly moved by the profound friendship between the two young women. So I've named you and myself after them.
What's wrong with these people? And I love also how the narrations also treats her as Reinette now.
Reinette raises her Stevens M520. She fully intends to blow this high and mighty woman to smithereens.
Easy, easy. Damn, never thought I'd be the one to tell someone else to come down.
You want us to catch this so-called Archbishop Hume?
Yes.
What's in it for us? You will be granted an audience with Her Majesty, during which you can make a wish.
Any wish?
Indeed.
Maybe that's how we track down Mother's legacy. In that case, I am taking this quest on.
Lady Erma, are you certain you would like to accept this quest and capture Archbishop Hume?
Oh, she doesn't get a fancy name?
Yes.
Understood. Her Majesty will reward you for your courage. The large portrait disappears into thin air.
But how are we supposed to find him?
That's up to you. As the one offering the bounty, you should at least provide some basic leads. I will naturally provide Lady Erma, the one who took on the challenge, with a lead. Lady Erma, here's the lead. The Fox Sisterhood.
Ayo?
What's that?
The name of a criminal syndicate specializing in scams.
Where can I find this syndicate?
They're onto me! Oh no.
That's for you to figure out yourself. Mirabelle raises her hand with the shark puppet. The puppet turns into a balloon and transports her away.
Okay! Goodbye, I guess.
My ladies, this is as far as my authorizations allow me to go. That's fine, we'll handle it from here. Just wait by the entrance of the hall. Yes, my lady. Best of luck. If there is anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to let me know.
Natalie executes a perfect curtsy, then quietly backs away to the door, where she keeps watch over Erma and Reinette in silence.
What do we do now?
What else can we do? We don't have any other clues, and the summer garden is a complete mess. We'll just have to conduct a blanket search.
Right.
Well, that was... That was something. Too many Delulus, truly. Can't touch this. Oh. Hey! Let's go! Got an achievement. We love achievements. But yeah, as I said, unfortunately, I don't have too much time today, so that will have to be all for today. Let me just go back to chatting for a little bit. But yeah, that has been this has been a beginning. We're getting the rain you had. Oh, now! Strap in, Sonny. I need more vitamin F. Tomorrow we shall continue. Tomorrow I start an hour later, but I should be able to, I'll be able to go on for a bit longer than today. You know, just end it around usual time. Maybe still a bit shorter than usual because my throat is not doing that well. And we know how reading and making voices, not good to rest throat. But we should be able to go for longer than today at the very least, do some more progress. Do some more story progress. Sadly today I need to do things, so I don't have as much time. I'm commissioning for a dam to be built at your bathroom. Thank you. Thank you. I need it. Conclusion: Erma is still best girl. If anything happened to her, I will be very sad. Same. Why does the body fail us? I know, right? And just as I wanna start using my voice more, you know, I wanna start trying to voice act more better, you could say. And then my throat is like, haha, but what if? But anyway, I'll recover. It's probably something to do with my sister catching COVID at the con. I'm not sure whether I cut it or not, but I definitely cut something. I was never as sick as she got. But I definitely got something also. But yeah, it'll get better. But that's why I'll try not to force it. For this week at least. Tomorrow hopefully will be better. It didn't help either that tomorrow, you know, yesterday night I had like the whole thing with me going out into the rain to buy things and then carrying the things back in and then like having to clean and like having to take out the trash and things like were very heavy. We used a lot of we had a lot of extra towels for some reason. My parents let us like 20 towels and we used almost all of them. My sister just dropped everything on the bathroom floor, and you know, those were full and absorbed with stinky water, so I just grabbed them all and trashed them. but the bags were heavy. So yeah, I'm trying not to push it too much. So tomorrow we'll see how long my throat allows me to go. But definitely a bit longer than today, at least an hour longer. I estimate. Water, can't live with it, can't live without it, truly. The 1886 London treatment. Oh, whoa, last time we had some floating like that, we tossed the towels in the washing machine and cleaned them after. Yeah, no, my dad was like, no, you trashed them. They're toxic already. The only ones we washed were, we washed a few that were like we had some by the edge of the door, you know, to try to catch whatever so it wouldn't leave the bathroom. Those ones didn't get us wet, so those ones we washed them. But the other ones, no, my dad was like, now they're toxic now. Just trash them all. I mean, they were full. They were soaked in sewer water. So, you know, we just kind of trash a lot of things. We were just like, all right, bye. You're gone forever. But yeah, that has been a start to an event. I love how they all treat each other. That I feel that's gonna make for some great interactions later down the line. I mean, we already got some great interactions, and they're just meeting each other again. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Surely it will be full of love and hope. You're in for one hell of a ride. Everyone keeps saying that. I'm so excited. But yeah, I'll try to make as much progress as I can tomorrow. Luckily, it's not such a long event, but I mean, everything kind of gets longer when you're trying to voice act everything. So dark with considerable delay. Hey, Crabcan. But yeah, everything gets longer when you try to voice act everything. But it's only 23 notes, so it should be doable. Should be fine. We can probably finish like next weekend. Get Frontline 2 Ian, but second, please Mika, I'll do it for free. Sibling love, such good sisters, truly. But yeah, it's also so funny to me. I was gonna mention at one point, I forgot. Now I remember when I was asking like how long the event was on Discord, Cheryl told me like, oh, it's only like 23 notes. And I was like, oh, it's short. And it's so funny to me that we see like 23 story parts as a short event. Like, wow, what has Mika done to us? Reverse 1999 proves that E and Dub is doable. Truly, truly. The event is honestly very quick if you don't have to voice read. Yeah, imagine if you're not like voice reading. You know, takes like. I usually see when I want to know how long events are. I usually look at like some cutscenes with like you know, those channels that upload like all the cutscenes with auto speed, advancing the dialogue. Usually takes like double of that or a little more for when you're like voice reading. But yeah, this is only 23 notes. It's not long. Eclipse on Cyrus is 20 something, right? Yeah, Eclipse on Cyrus was short also, 20 something. Operation Q is like 8 notes. Yeah, but like, you know, the early events used to be short. But now we got used to like the 40 something or more. So it's like, oh hey, 23. Not bad! Easy! between Erma 520 and the OMPs, which is the healthiest Sibley's relationship. Depends on whether you mean 45 and 9 or 45 and 40. The short events were like Halloween on the ship with Carmen on the ship with Carmen San Diego. That's the best. That's the best way I've seen anyone refer to the boat event ever. On Christmas. Yeah, now those are short, you know, those are like 15 or less, like 12 or something. Those are like super short. Other gacha players, bro, 23? Gears Frontline players, what do you mean 23? That's not enough! That's only 23 nodes? Arctic Warfare and Deep Dive were each 12 nodes. Yeah, they used to be very short, and then after... When did they start getting longer? Continuum Turbulence, probably, around there? And now they're just insane. But as I said, it's so funny that we got so used to it that now we see 23, it's like, oh, it's a short event. Nice. You know, short and sweet. After Singularity. Yeah, after Singularity. Like Reverse 1999 does, its longer chapters are usually around 23. You know, like the latest chapter we did was 24. Right? Or 23. I think also 23 or 24. And those are like the longer ones. Events tend to be shorter. Events tend to be between 15 and 20, if I remember correctly. I haven't done that many events, so like I don't have that many experience. It's a pretty new game also, so. But yeah, it's so funny that, you know, like this is like that's like a regular long chapter thing in Reverse. And here we see it as a in Gears Frontline, which like, oh yeah, it's pretty short. Pretty doable, you know? It's easy. Certainly not filled with pain and suffering. No, why would it be? Didn't you see the siblings interacting? I'm sure it will just be a silly little event. Ignore the fact that the commander has been kidnapped along with Dandelion and William. I wanted the event to keep going and realized it was over by 2 AM. Now. Yeah, Neurocloud is starting to get longer too. They're starting to go for longer numbers. Because it's also like the moment in Mika storytelling when shit hits the fan and the events start getting longer. Arctic Warfare will have a special place in my heart for showing me I love this game by beating my ass in ranking. Arctic Warfare. Good memories. Reverse 1999 I both like, but also don't think I can really get invested. It's still fun to watch streams. Yeah, I mean, it's just starting. And to be fair, Reverse, you know, the story hooked me. It's interesting. But the storytelling up until last chapter, it's kind of weird in the sense that at one point, you know, it kind of stopped following a more linear thing and it's kind of jumping around a bit. So sometimes you're kind of lost on like where you are time-wise, chronologically. But I mean, but other than that, it's pretty great. And I love the characters. And the latest chapter was just peak. Peak. The thing also in Reverse is that it's just starting. So, you know, we have like this thing that we need to try to solve, which is the storm. And or quote unquote enemies, which is Manus Vindictae so far. But it's still pretty much setting up everything. Like only now we're starting to be like, oh, maybe we can develop a way to defend from the storm, to defend ourselves from the storm. There's only love and hope in this house. Yeah, and it's actually considered way behind again already. English Frontline? Yeah, we were left quite behind. Because CN got the trailer for 15.4 and this is 15.1. So damn. Reverse gives me, I'm gonna assume you mean Reverse 1999 and not Collapse. Gives me artistic movie feel versus Girls Frontline being a war sci-fi drama. Yeah. That's why I dropped Reverse. It was hard to keep up with the jumping around, besides my account being banned. Yeah, that will do it. that last one will definitely do it. But yeah, you know, I kind of, the thing is that I also like, I tend to like stories, yeah, because I used to read books also that had like this whole jumping around thing, but I get that might not be for everyone, and it kind of makes the story harder to follow at some points. Like now how in Reverse 1999, you know, we had like the whole thing with the island people that they were sent there, and then it just kind of ended on a cliffhanger, and then the next chapter you kind of started on somewhere else. And at one point it kind of like offhand tell you that like, oh yeah, they're fine, by the way, don't worry about it. And it's like, okay, but what happened? But the last chapter was great, so I have great hopes for where it will go. The last chapter was the first one that the writing at some points, it actually gave me, you know, Gears Frontline vibes, in the sense of like, not a story wise, but like writing wise, you know, like how when I read Gears Frontline, I always get like, you know, like I kind of get chills at some points, like just out of the writing. I'm just like, oh, these lines are so good, or like, oh, this metaphor or whatever, you know, oh, like this is so well written. Even though I had been enjoying Reverse, I hadn't really gotten that feel, but like with the latest chapter, I did get that feel at some points, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be peak. Just running bombs over there, nothing new, right? Yeah. They were attacked with bombers. Who cares? Like the Reverse latest chapter had some great twists and things, you know, and they kind of guide you in one direction, but then they're like, no, you were wrong. You know, how they kind of make you sus Kakania, but then they're like, oh no, she's actually real good. Like, she had nothing to do with this. She just got involved unwillingly into all this. And it's like, oh, damn! Getting back into art since the writer guy got told to stop writing. Oh yeah, Lowlight doesn't write anymore, does he? The Mika experience I can only describe as being tied to a chair while Mika tells you how your wife was slowly and painfully killed. Yeah, it's wonderful. You have noticed Mika's giving more almost vague cliffhanger endings? I mean, we're approaching the end, so, you know, And I don't know if the following events are like this one, you know, because this is like, I mean, this is considered chapter 15, 15.1. So I don't know, I'm not sure if the following events will also be like around the same length. Because if they are, it feels like they're going, you know, for like a shorter thing to try to tie things up on different ends and then like end it all in one big event. Chapter 16 as a big finale, but maybe. You know, because we're all going to Frankfurt now, which we know things go down in Frankfurt, and that's probably where things will end. Because the commander in Frontline 2 is referred to as the hero of Frankfurt. And you know, and there's references to Frankfurt. I found out recently the item on the train was going to be important. Oh yeah, because that's how they made it. That's what they were recovering from the train. And that's what they used to make the strong arm thing, isn't it? I'm surprised by how many small events are happening. Yeah, that's why I'm like, okay, it seems like they're going the way of like doing a lot of small events. And they're also all so far have been from like different point of view. Like we got this Erma thing, and now I know the incoming one goes into like where the fuck M4 is finally. Now in the one that was just announced, we can see there's AR-18 and 416, and I can't recognize the last doll on like the main CG. So that's why I feel like they're going like the route of like many small events with like their own storylines. But like, you know, eventually it's funny how they do it because they all have their own storylines, but at the end it's all still connected. You know, so at the end they will culminate in one big thing. How Longitude and the Scar Sisters event time was around the same time. Oh yeah. Eclipse and Saros and Longitude and Strain are supposed to happen around the same time. And you know, at the end they were all connected. You know, we have Aliana there at the end, and like we had to go get people from the train also. And it's like, oh, I see. But they don't really tell you right at the start when you start the events. I mean, with the Scar Sisters a little bit, because it's the, you know, you see the commander there at the beginning, and then it kind of just follows on Aliana and Marius' story. But Longitude and Strain, they just kind of drop you on the train without really telling you why you're there, and at the end you're like, I see. The other is APC 556. So it's like, yeah, like they're building all these things, you know, because the thing is also that they had all these threads that they've been leaving from past things, you know, so it makes sense also that they will like try to resolve those threads on their own. And those resolved threads will eventually connect on like Frankfurt. Which is great in my opinion. I don't think many games can manage doing something like that. It's been amazing how things been connecting since the Scar Sister event, like back-to-back bangers. Yeah, exactly. Guess Frontline did a great job at making events without Commander being the anchor, which is running gachas. Yeah, exactly. It's like I haven't seen game, especially gachas yet, that can sort of pull that off. it does seem like Reverse 1999 might go a similar route, so that also got me excited. But yeah, usually games will have like the protagonist, their MC, whatever, like at the center of it all. But here it's just like, no, we have like all these threads happening at the same time, and then they start to connect, and then everything will culminate. Oh yeah, Scarlet was sold in Maestro apparently, yeah. Also being in Frankfurt is funny. I think that is where the famous ideology school was. Oh. Mika Cinematic Universe is coming together for Chris Frontline Endgame, yes. Mika does war-centric storytelling the best among all gacha games I played. Yeah, honestly, same. From the ones I played so far, same. It's like I said, I won't bash. I don't like to go around bashing over games and be like, oh, you know, oh, Mika, well, you know, they could never. Because other games, they have other types of storytelling, and they do it well. You know, so when I play the Hoyo games I played so far, you know, it's a different kind of writing, a different kind of storytelling, a different kind of universe too, you know. So, and they do their thing, and they do it great. But what Mika does, it's just chef's kiss. Yeah, exactly. It's like reading different books. Things that we can compare, that I compare, for example, is that you know, I like how Mika has like a, I mean, somewhat clear timeline of events. The timeline of events is kind of muggy now with like everything going on, but before they used to have like a more clear timeline of events. At least on the lore, they have like everything with the years and whatnot. The game itself kind of does, but it doesn't tell you really, so you're like, aha, I see. Only now they're starting to give you dates and stuff. So it's kind of like a thing where we don't really know what happened in 2063 and what happened in 2064. But for the most time, you know, they keep it up. But then you look, for example, at Hoyo timelines, at least in a Star Rail. The Bellowbug timeline. I love Bellowbug. I love the Bellowbug story. But the timeline is kind of all over the place when you start reading into the lore, you know, but like what happened and when things happen. It's like, huh. It's like, huh. Bellow Peak, yeah. And Hoyo usually follows the more like fantastic approach, you know, more JRPG fashion kind of thing of like the will of humanity against like big catastrophes or like gods and thing. Well, Mika is more grounded, which is why I will, when it comes to like world itself, I will compare it a bit more to Reverse, because even if Reverse 1999 has magic and all that, it still feels like more grounded than things, for example, like Hoyoverse, that is just Hoyoverse, they just go insane, and you know, and that's great. Sometimes you just wanna see a tiny girl with bare ears riding a machine robot to fight another robot, you know? Sometimes you just want to see that at its peak. And then sometimes you just want to read Gears Frontline and get depressed. And it's also peak. But yeah, going back to Billboard, as I said, when you start looking at the timeline there, it's like it's not really clear how long like the separation was, because some people act like it was like 2 years or 5 years. Some people act like it's been like 50 years. Apparently it was like 10 years or so, but some people make it sound like it's been like much longer. And there's this whole thing with Pella that supposedly went to school with like some of the older ladies, but she's only 16, so it's like, what the fuck? So yeah, that's kind of all over the place. And in Gears Frontline Mika usually has a more clear timeline of things, of events. As I said, Gears Frontline Neurocloud itself kind of being sort of an exception, but not really. So yeah. Peak depression, yeah. Or see a god get hit by an astral train by the power of friendship. Oh yeah, that was great. That was also peak. Neurocloud is a mystery in the fact that we know when it started. We don't really know how long the Neurocloud storyline in its entirety takes. And we haven't really gotten a clear answer on whether it's like, accelerated time inside the server, or if it's just like a copy of Shugikan in there. Apparently it's leading more towards being a copy of just Commander's conscience. But still, it's just kind of all going on, and we don't really know if it has been like, we don't really know if it's been like months or years or what. And just probably that we know that at least it has been 2 years. We just don't really know. We just don't really have a clear timeline of events. So we know some events happened in 2062, and we know some have happened in 2064. But there's kind of void in 2063. We don't really know what happened when. But they're all being lineal, so it's kind of whatever. It would be nice to have like a clear timeline, but like it's been 2 years since Commander started his great Mika adventure. Mika, when are we getting an official approximate timeline for when Neurocloud happens? Yeah, we have the starting time for Neurocloud, as I said, but it just goes, and then like, okay, this is the date Commander gets uploaded to the cloud, and then it's like, bye. Good luck. There is no timeline. And yeah, it's been stated that they kind of imply that time has been accelerated. Because yeah, everyone, and you can see, because everyone acts like it's been like millennia more or less without humans, when it's only been like 3 years. So I wonder how they will handle it if it to succeed. What happens to the real professor, and if the dolls merge with their bodies or just going to do bodies and have a separate personality? Yeah, I wonder too. I'm very curious how they're gonna end Neurocloud. But anyways, I love Mika games. I love their writing. Their writing, as I'll say, outside of what we were saying about, like, not comparing with other games and stuff, when it comes to writing itself, like the prose itself, I do think Mika is superior to many out there. Just the prose itself, you know, not like what the story is about or the writing of characters or the writing of events, just the prose, you know, like how it is written, how it is laid down. I do feel it's great. You know, it doesn't really jab too much, but there is also prose. You know, they use metaphors and things, and they kind of like super poetic at points, but like, you know, without extending it to the point where you don't really get what they're talking about. And it's just, you know, there's some lines that I read and I'm just like, that's such a good line. Some good shit. And so far I've only seen, when it comes to like gacha games and things, I don't really see writing like that. I've mostly seen writing like that on like books, on like actual books. And maybe some visual novels. So that, you know, just adding more proof to the fact that Girls Frontline is just a visual novel, and that Mika should just dedicate themselves to do visual novels instead of try to put gameplay into their games. I think, yeah, I've seen a couple of CCs hint at promoting Girls Frontline 2 and some people talking about it, so I hope they're doing it. I'd love to be part of it. Realistically, I probably won't, but I'd love to. But I either way, I do love that they're doing it, you know, because it exposes people to the game, and especially if it's, you know how this thing works. If it's a big creator that shows the game, you know, even if they don't keep playing it, they will have a lot of people looking at it, and from that, like, I don't know, let's say 10,000 people looking, there's a high chance that some people will actually start playing it. If your only comparison is books and novels, then it's good writing. Yeah. Mika can't do advertising with their life depending on it. Yeah, they're not great at it. But for Girls Frontline 2, they had like sponsors and shit, right? I mean, in China, unlike all the other games that they have produced with like the money in their pockets. But for Girls Frontline 2, they had like backers and shit, don't they? So hopefully we'll see some more promotion as the time comes around, as the time comes closer. The thing is also that I've seen that a lot of people start like being like, oh, release date, where is it? And a lot of people also think that we're gonna get it later than other servers, just because like other servers got their Twitters earlier on. But the thing that I've noticed with Mika and other gachas, it's happening less now. But usually what I've noticed with like Mika and other gachas is that they usually announce things for the West closer to when it will happen. You know, they don't build up hype like months before like they do for Japan. I've noticed they do that a lot. For the West, they usually wait until time is closer to start announcing things. Oh yeah, Mika themselves are self-publishing Girls Frontline 2 in the end. No, that doesn't change. You know, I mean that they had like help with development, help as in monetary help. So hopefully they'll have more funds for promoting as well. But they are self-publishing also. We are Mika's favorites, yeah. But yeah, I've noticed I've noticed gachas do that a lot. I don't know why. I assume they just think the West has less attention span, so they're like, we can't really announce these things too much in advance, because then they're gonna build that hype, and then they're gonna forget, and then it's gonna be too late. They won't come back. So I'm like, okay, they know we had they assume that West has a shorter attention span, I guess. Because yeah, they'll assume, you know, if let's say they do it now and the game doesn't release until December, you know, they'll do it now, and you know, and like, yeah, content creators will fill up videos and it's gonna be everywhere for like a week or two, and then people are gonna be, but where's the game? And then it's gonna go down, and then people are just gonna assume that the game died or something, because that's how a lot of people think, apparently. Project Mugen, yeah. You know, that's apparently how a lot of people think. You know, if they don't see news about it for like a week or two, they assume it's dead, and they forget about it. So I'm assuming that's why they haven't really. That's why we got the Twitter posts, the Twitter open like later on, and that I assume that's why they're also not going super crazy with like advertisement and sponsorships just yet for content creators. Even though we've gotten hints, as I said, that some content creators have been getting like things and stuff. But like, you know, they haven't gone like all out. Because they're waiting. Has so much doom posting and misinformation floating around. I mean, yeah. The Frontline community in general is really good at doom posting. Like I feel like there is a section, there is a part of the community that it just dedicates themselves to doom posting, and I'm just like, just leave. Nobody wants you here. Copy. Like, I still remember I saw someone having like a doom posting mental breakdown thing back when Neurocloud released. Because how was it? Something about the game being available to download like a game earlier, but you know, servers weren't open yet. And like this one person just went insane, being like, "Oh no, the game is gonna fail now because people are gonna download it and they're not gonna be able to get in. No!" And everyone just kind of ignored them. It was like the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Every time I see someone mention NTR and get full into in the same sentence, opinion invalidated. Oh yeah, there's still a lot of bots going around with like saying the thing, badly translated English tweets of like, "Oh, these developers don't care about their players, something, look up something. And it's like, bro, get out of here. truly insane behavior. Like at this point, I think they have to be like paid accounts, because there's no way someone will dedicate that much time of their lives to that. And if they do, I'm pretty sorry for you. Please seek professional help. First Commander, his 404 radio. Oh, 404 radio was great. I'm kind of sad that it ended. Kept hating how M4 was writing. I was raging when Mika announced PNC and Frontline 2. Oh, really? But I mean, hadn't he stopped any Gears Frontline content altogether by the time Nero Cloud and Gears Frontline 2 were announced? Or am I getting my timelines wrong? The other day I saw a post of the supposed NTR moments in a few gacha games. I had a laugh. Oh no, that sounds like it will be great. It will be great. Great to read. But yeah, the only one I kind of read sometimes about Girls Frontline 2 is Seiya. But sometimes I like the writing now in the beginning. It's kind of, you know, like they're taking some weird decisions. But I mean, he's still playing, so. If I hear you subscribe, I love that you're a VTuber who loves Girls Frontline so base. Oh, thank you! Thank you, Yoi. Thank you. Welcome. I love Girls Frontline. I love Mika games. Alright, Erma, good night. It was stopped because he and other had created difficulties. Ah, I see. That's sad. I like that they were going their own thing. They were going their own way, you know, because I mean, it made sense. It's like Mika back then Mika took forever. Now they still take long, but not as long as before. Back then they took forever to release like new content, new events, new story. So at one point, unless they wanted to stop the thing for months, you know, at one point they had to go on their own way, you know, their own lore. But I was enjoying it, you know, I was enjoying it as an alternate thing. It was great. Well, sad things happened. I'm just guessing, but Girls Frontline 2 at the start was a bit by putting out social media with the NTR because I'm probably suffer for it. Oh, yeah. I know they had like the thing. Now when I'm talking about like story things that Seiya sometimes kind of alludes to, I haven't really gone to read too much into it for fear of spoiling. And I haven't really asked him directly, even though like, I mean, I'm pretty sure I could at any moment. And he wouldn't be bothered, but like, you know, imagine randomly talking to people on like Twitter or Discord. Couldn't be me. And also I kind of want to go into it myself. So, you know. Because apparently the story starts kind of slow, even though it doesn't really need to. Because, you know, it's like we already had all the background from Gears Frontline 1 and stuff. Why is it all starting like it's like a brand new thing that needs to be introduced again? Kind of thing. But I don't know. I'll see whenever the game releases in English. I do hope they get like the same localization team. Whoever they are, I'm pretty sure they're internal, but like whoever they are, I hope they get the same, because they do amazing work. They do amazing work in writing the things in English. And apparently what I heard was, what I read from Seiya is that the character events hadn't really had a story, which is kind of weird for Mika, in my opinion. But I guess we'll see. We'll see when the time comes. His friend is blessed with God tier or translation team. Localization. But yeah. Very good localization, yeah. Yeah, they do great. So I hope they keep the same team. Or like the same director, I guess. Because I mean, if it's the same team, they're gonna have a hard time keeping up with everything. But you know, the same direction of it. Jack and blessed with a god tier marketing though. Oof, if only. The thing about marketing is that it's expensive, you know. Maybe they are focused on finishing Girls Falling 2 one story and then they will focus on Girls Falling 2. But I mean, at that point you could ask, why will they release the game then? Before finishing Girls Falling 1? But as I said, I guess we'll see when the time comes. I can't read Chinese nor Japanese, so I can't really go try the Chinese version and make my own opinions because I can't read it. I can't read it. Gameplay-wise was solid at least. That's all. That's as much as I can say. And the animations were great. But other than that, I have no fucking clue. So I guess we'll just have to wait for global and see. But yeah, I'm gonna run to do my errands, and go have some food. But thank you guys so much for coming. We shall continue tomorrow. Hopefully more reading will be able to be done tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you enjoyed your time here. Remember to take care of yourself, stay safe, stay hydrated. And I'll see you guys next time. So bye-bye.